Hey guys, Gray here. I know it's been a while since I've done a video, but today I'm doing a review on the Spectre from heroclix. He is ginormous, by the way. Like, you can see my battery, and you saw that in one of the previous videos. Like, that's big, but this thing's bigger than that. Yeah, isn't that shocking? Um, so this is a normal heroclix figure, right? And it's also the Spectre himself, too. Him at his grave and everything. But and the reason why I got his grave one was because it's kind of hard to play the big guy without him. So, but yeah, like that, like you can do a size comparison. Like, this is a normal size figure. It's actually a little bit bigger than most, which is kind of shocking too. But like in comparison, this is huge. They got all the detailing correct. He's a pain in the butt to clean though. Like, it took me a while to get him re-cleaned and everything. Even the cape, it's like a dust magnet. I bought him for 25 bucks. Yeah, that's kind of shocking. Like, normally he goes for 100 bucks online, but I found a guy that was pretty cheap. But he's missing a few things, like his card, and like every HeroClix character has a card like this that gives their details and how to use them in battle and all that. It's more or less just you could use it or you don't have to. He has multitudes of settings, one of which is Hal Jordan. A lot of people have been the Spectre actually, but personally, I'm a fan of Jim, the original Spectre. Most like Hal Jordan was a Spectre. A lot of people have, but that was after the whole Parallax incident. So, yeah, basic storyline. Hal Jordan became Parallax, died by Kyle Rayner, came back as the Spectre, then came back to life after like a certain thing happened. I can't remember what it was, but I can follow that storyline, and it was confusing. Um, but actually, if he has three modes. One is Jim Corrigan, the original, and the third is Hal Jordan. The second is the second person who was the Spectre, but ironically, I can't remember what his name was. He is like, and this is the irony. Like, all these souls that are around him, they're supposed to be the tortured souls that the Spectre has taken. So basically, he keeps on gaining and gaining more power. He's like on the same level as a god. So him and Dr. Fate are basically gods to a degree, but whereas the Spectre can literally do whatever he wants. For a ghost, he literally can bend reality. One time, he actually bent reality. Like, if you watch Batman Brave and the Bold, search up like the might the what, I can't remember what his name was, but he was eaten by mice because the spirit of revenge, not spirit of vengeance, revenge. There's a difference. He's like their version of the Ghost Rider, but 10 times more scary. He turned the man into cheese and let the experimental mice eat him. Yeah. Isn't that kind of mortifying? Like, and that was in the lightest version of the Batman I've ever seen in my life. You turned a man into cheese and literally let him get eaten by mice, and well, he was tied up. Oof, that's dark. That's 100% dark. But yeah, the Spectre, personally, hands down, one of the coolest figures ever. But I gotta wonder, like, hey, didn't he die in a suit? Even in the Secret Origins comic, which is right behind him, like, in if you can't see it, it's he was buried in a suit. So why is he wearing just a speedo, gloves, and shoes and the cape? Like, I can get the cape. I honestly love the cape, but you weren't wearing gloves and you were wearing regular shoes. So, and you weren't wearing a speedo before you died and were thrown into the ocean after death. So why are you wearing that now? is beyond me because, like, aren't you a ghost? So it makes no sense why you're not wearing basically any clothes. Like, the white stuff isn't, a suit. It's his skin, which is actually a downside because, like, most comic book conventions frown upon someone dressing as a spectre because you aren't supposed to be wearing nothing dressed as him. And ironically, trust me, they do not like someone dressing up like the spectre because of that. Because now there's like guidelines and rules on what you can wear and what you can't wear at certain conventions because of that. But yeah, 100%. Would I recommend using this guy? 100%. He's like one of the coolest guys. And personally, he has multiple powers too. So, like, one of the coolest figures in the universe. Hands down. He does have a little wear and tear, but he was already like that before I got him because that, like I said, the guy sold him pretty cheap because of that. So, like, if you look really closely at his leg, he has little blotches. So the paint's kind of wearing down. So I got to fix that at some point. So I got to search up what kind of paint they used on this guy. But like I said, I would 100% recommend this if anyone's looking. He's 100% cool. Well, I hope you guys liked the video. Subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye.